Exodus chapter 14, verse 21. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord drove the sea back by a strong east wind all night and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. Okay, so as God told him, Moses stretched out his hand with his staff, not with his cell phone, and God sent the strong wind. Now, sure, God made everything, the wind, everything. I mean, the difference in temperatures, we know how wind starts because there's a difference in temperature ultimately between the land or certain areas, and therefore it wants to make the same kind of temperature, get equilibrium. We understand that scientifically, but how and yes, days hot, night cold, sea water cools down slower than land and sand, for example. Try walking with bare feet in sand. It's really not nice. It's even easier walking on sand that's in the sun. Right? It's even easier walking on rocks than it is on sand. And yeah, I like walking bare feet, so I mean, I kind of know. And so yes, we understand that the water not going to cool down that fast. Those temperature better. So in other words, there can be this over the sea, the land, the difference fall in temperature, and that's going to bring a wind. But if this is just a natural occurrence, or if this is happening every single day, then lo and behold, every single day the sea would have parted in front of people, and this would not have been, oh, what are we going to do? It's just, oh no, no problem here. We just wait till night. The drop in temperature, the wind will blow strongly, the water will be divided, and we can go through and rinse and repeat next night and next evening. I mean, it's people, although they didn't live there, they would have known stories about this. Man, they were not, these guys were traders, they were trained, they were not dumb fools as we think. And so this is an exceptional movement. This is not just a natural, it's using natural resources, but not just a simple natural occurrence. The strong wind blowing all night and then dividing the waters. Not as I saw that one where this one guy was trying to prove that the Bible is correct by saying, okay, there's just a sandbank, the wind blowing, it's kind of blows the wind to the one side and then it can walk kind of over there. But then you have just water on the one side and nothing on the other side. No. This is a miracle of God in His way by using natural. So it's a mixture of natural, what we call, and supernatural movements going on, I would say. But I've already explained some of my other videos that I don't kind of even want to look at it supernatural because everything that is angels are not, according to me, supernatural. It's part of the created world. So if you look at the created and uncreated world, then I think God is just using created things here. And He's just making it stronger than normal. Climate change before there was climate change, before it was hoax. So this is what God ultimately did, and the waters were divided. Verse 22. And the people of Israel went into the midst of the sea on dry ground, the waters being a wall to them on the right hand and on their left. So they went into the sea, but the sea again, unlike, say if it's just a little bit water like this, and they're just walking, then there's no walls anywhere, right? So then this verse is incorrect. So for those who believe they just waded through a swampy kind of area, well, then this verse can't be correct. For those who believe that it's just water being pushed in one way because of the the strong wind, then this verse can't be true. If you think this is just a normal high tide, low tide kind of idea, then this verse can't be true. I've seen, like in England, for example, there you go to the south to the beach, and like, sea's way over there, right? In South Africa, I'm kind of not used to the seas way over there. It's like so far to get to the sea during low tide, and high tide, the water is up here. I kind of, in South Africa, we don't really have that kind of huge difference between high tide and low tide. But in England, I've seen it. So again, this can't be. If that is just high tide, low tide, and again, these people have known it. I mean, all these things would have. No, this has to be usage of natural elements in ultimately a supernatural event. It is a miracle because the verse states there were water, the walls of water on left and the right. So they were in between. So yeah. Now, could they see the fish swimming here in the water? Like, oh, they're in like an aquarium and like this time and there's a a whale or something swimming in there, and then the whale sticks out his head, kind of to check what these guys are doing, and then he kind of go back, and then, yeah, right. We were not there. We don't exactly know how high was this, etc. Again, we don't know how high all of this was. What we do know for that there was a wall of water. It was high enough ultimately to drown Pharaoh and his people, as we are going to see. So yes, there's no getting away from the fact that this is not just a little bit of water, or that it's just on one side and just a natural, just simple natural. But yes, walls on both sides, and now they are going to walk through. It would have costed them some kind of faith to walk through this, because this is an unknown thing happening to them. But by then they have seen so much, and the opposite of it is Pharaoh is in the back. There's not really anything they can do here. They're like kind of forced, like sheep, into a sheep pen kind of idea. We don't really have a choice here. We kind of just need to go. And they did. At least they did.
It's already one, so
Okay, just the beauty
it's
of this area.
now it's 12:30.
Some villages down there. And yes, down over here to this side, to the back of this hill here, mountain, whatever, top of the mountain, is Bangladesh.